President Trump has been tweeting all weekend and then into the morning about his version of what's going on in the trade dispute with China. In part, what he's saying is the Chinese may have thought that if they waited me out, somebody else would come along and be easier. In fact, it's the reverse, where it's going to get tougher for them as time goes on if they don't make a deal. For an update on the latest happening in Washington, we are joined now by Kevin Cirilli. He's Bloomberg chief Washington correspondent. So the president certainly is playing a very tough hand here, and a lot of it seems to have to do with politics.
Exactly, precisely. And in fact, the question now becomes, how will China retaliate? According to China's state-run media, they are equally as frustrated as the White House is in terms of how these trade talks are going. Now, you'll remember that on Friday, President Trump saying to the Chinese that they would have 1 month or risk even further escalation of this trade dispute. This as tariff increases went into effect, increasing on billions of dollars of goods from 10% to 25%. But now, a host of different issues remain unclear. Both the Chinese and the U.S. say that there is space between them on issues pertaining to intellectual property, technology transfers, and enforcement mechanisms. Now, there's uneasiness within the Republican Party, particularly amongst those up for re-election, about how China would retaliate to the agricultural community. There are some rumblings behind the scenes that there could be another agricultural package that is moved through in order to provide assistance to farmers in the United States. Remember, the crux of President Trump's re-election political coalition hangs on states that are heavily impacted by farmers. And the last and final point that I would make is that President Xi and President Trump are technically set to come face-to-face in Japan in the coming weeks at the G20.